And we back! Can you guess what NBA player tweeted this? Some of the wildest tweets you'll ever see from NBA talent is being guessed in today's video. And listen, I know a little bit of history when it comes to tweets and NBA players. I know it gets pretty wild. And the more I think about it, it's probably gonna get wilder in the future because some of y'all who might be going to the league one day, I don't know, your Twitter account already has 50,000 tweets. I'm already knowing. And you know there's some cringy ones, some crazy ones within that. So let's come back in a decade, 15 years or so, and do the same exact okay, YouTube probably won't be around, but look at something similar to this. Twitter might not even be around. Ooh. All I need from you is to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and let me know in the comment section different quizzes you want to see me and producer Josh put together. Today's video is brought to you by SeatGeek. Y'all know live events have been back for some time. We talking sports, we're talking concerts, we're talking comedy, theater, all of that stuff is available on SeatGeek. And well, recently I went to All-Star Weekend, got some nice tickets, and guess where we got them from? You're absolutely right, SeatGeek. Not only did I get myself tickets here, but I got tickets for all the homies, man. There's 4 All-Star Game tickets right here, and I got it on SeatGeek. So they take tickets from all across the web and put it into one place to make it super convenient for you. Let's say I wanted to go to Hawks versus Bulls February 24th at the United Center. You're gonna see the layout of the entire arena, and you're gonna see some green, and you're gonna see some red. I always go for the green because that just means it's a better deal for you. Click on the section and some tickets and you can see what you would see in that arena if you were to buy those tickets. I've been working with SeatGeek for some years now because I truly use their product anytime I go to a game. So hit that link in the description, use code Kenny, get that $20 off your first purchase and go out and enjoy something, some sports, a concert, man. And the options are almost endless. Can you guess what NBA player tweeted this? Starting off, now everybody want to play for the Heat and the Lakers. Let's go back to being competitive and going at these people. This is July 16th, 2010, and this tweet has almost 100,000 retweets and also 31,000 quote tweets. Now, the significance of that is this tweet, obviously in 2010, quote tweets weren't even really a thing just yet. So this is somebody that in the last X amount of years, people have gone back to this tweet and quoted for one way, one reason or another, right? This is Kevin Durant. Everybody knows this tweet. Because this tweet resurfaced a million times after he teamed up to go to Golden State Warriors and people saying, KD, what happened to this version of you? Back in 2010 when you was telling people not to team up. When the Heatles were a thing and everybody was upset. Or the Lake Show was a thing and everybody was upset. And you went on to make this thing, Dub Nation, even better? Come on, man. I was part of people back then. You know, when Kevin Durant went to the Warriors, I was hot. I was upset. And now in 2022, it is what it is. Things happen. That is Kevin Durant. Easily. He woke up that morning and tweeted that. He woke up and the first thing on his mind was, man, I hate the Heat and I hate that the NBA is teaming up. And then, well, he teamed up with Steph Curry and then he teamed up with Kyrie. And he might not be done, ladies and gentlemen. He might not be done. Next. Okay, don't agree with the furniture layout, but I'm not an interior designer. Okay. So some of y'all wasn't around for this, so let me fill you in. This was one of the wildest nights in NBA Twitter. We don't have nights like this in NBA Twitter no more. This tweet is from Blake Griffin, and the story goes, DeAndre Jordan had agreed to sign with the Dallas Mavericks in free agency. Now, the Clippers still had championship aspirations. They still had Chris Paul. They still had Blake Griffin. They was like, man, we can't afford to lose DeAndre Jordan. So Blake Griffin, Chris Paul, and a couple other people from the Clippers organization drove and flew in to DeAndre Jordan's house to hold him hostage. He verbally agreed to sign somewhere else, and they held bro hostage, played cards, did everything in their power to keep him with the Clippers. And guess what? He re-signed with the Clippers. I think there's a follow-up tweet after this. This is Blake Griffin holding him hostage, put the chair to the door, and there was a tweet after this, like a couple hours later, of him tweeting a picture of a tent, basically said, hey, I'm not sleeping at DeAndre Jordan's house, but I'm outside waiting for that call. So this is Blake Griffin. One of the craziest days in NBA Twitter, by far one of my most favorite days in NBA Twitter. I don't even remember what year this was, but I just know it's legendary. Blake Griffin, 2 for 2, baby. I know my Twitter history. Okay, Durant is that dude, ellipses, unstoppable, space, comma, space. Okay, I know it's Twitter, and I'm not going to be the grammar police, but come on, man. The only person who can stop him from scoring is Westbrook. Ha, ha, ha. So, okay, I know who this tweet is, and it's low-key kind of throwing me off because this tweet makes me think about the timeline of the NBA. This tweet is by Damian Lillard, believe it or not. But if I'm not mistaken, this tweet is about Damian Lillard when he was in college. But Russell Westbrook is not that much older than Damian Lillard, right? This is 100% Damian Lillard, because I remember once they had their own mini feud on the court where Dame did this and they were yapping at each other for an entire series or a couple series. This tweet resurfaces all the time. I'm talking about how the only person that could have stopped Durant was Westbrook, and how Westbrook potentially drove KD out of OKC. This is Dame back in 2011, and look at how small of an influence he had in 2011. He didn't even realize that 11 years in the future, there's going to be a random dude on YouTube resurfacing this. I'm going to actually find this tweet and figure out how many retweets it has now in 2022, because obviously they did their own thing since then. Believe it or not, I couldn't find the tweet. So has that tweet been deleted? Who really knows? So the tweet came out in April of 2011. Obviously, he was drafted in 2012 draft. So he tweeted this 1 year before he was in the league, which means that he was in college. And he tweeted this in Russell Westbrook's first All-Star year, the 2010-2011 NBA season. And in this season, this is a 55-win team. This is a team that went all the way to the conference finals. But either way, we knew that was Dame, so we're going to add ourselves a point. Next one. Please dunk on him so hard that his daddy runs onto the court to save him. Okay, somebody quoted Ben Simmons' tweet. Context. Tweet directed towards Lonzo Ball on draft night. Okay, now I don't know who this tweet is from. But what I will say is that Ben Simmons don't have a big circle. He doesn't. Even to this day, he doesn't have a big circle. So who can I see quoting a Ben Simmons tweet saying dunk on Lonzo Ball? Immediately when I saw this, I thought about Pat Beverly, because Pat Beverly made Lonzo Ball's first NBA game like hell for him. But nope, it's not going to be Ben Simmons. They're telling Ben Simmons to dunk on him. Another tweet that is currently unavailable. Don't do no social media cleanse if you get famous. Don't do it. Just let those tweets exist, because you might look back on them. We might look back on them and laugh at it. I have no idea who this is. I'm just going to chalk this up as it was Joel Embiid. Okay, that definitely does make sense. I wonder what Ben Simmons' original tweet was. It is unavailable, so I don't know. But like I said, small circle, and the circle got even smaller because Joel is no longer in there. Troel is what he calls himself, which, yeah, I mean, the bro was tweeting ratio, and Joel, this is from me to you, heart to heart. You gotta stop enabling the ratio people on Twitter. This is a trend that should have died last year, and you tweeting it a week ago is the reason why this stuff is still a thing. Stop it. Be better. I don't think these people understand their influence. Next one. Up watching a little Tom and Jerry before we head to school. This is 472 weeks ago, which if I'm doing some quick maths, that's like 4 years, 5, 7, 12 years ago. Up watching a little Tom and Jerry before we head to school. That's some old head stuff. But if it's an old head, why is he going to school? I like Tom and Jerry. I watched Tom and Jerry when I was younger, but like, I don't think John Moran is not tweeting 6 years ago that he was watching Tom and Jerry. But this is not even I don't think this is a tweet. I don't think this is a tweet. This is, this has to be Instagram. The way it is captioned right here is where the @ would be. Caption. Oh, 100% is Instagram. What am I talking about? This right here, this tells me this is Instagram. So, okay. The immediate answer is Hassan Whiteside, just because he's random like that. You know what I'm saying? I can see Hassan Whiteside going out there and watching Tom and Jerry and putting it on the timeline. My guess is Tom and Jerry. I obviously have seen this picture a million times. Because first of all, Brom, what I know it's 2013 and we just figuring out the front cam of phones and stuff. But come on, bro. Come on, bro. But I never knew the context of the picture. I never knew the context of the picture to know that they was just watching some Tom and Jerry and eating honey nut. I don't know what that is. That's an L. This is a legendary picture in NBA lore, and I didn't know that that's what it was associated with. L. That's 2 in a row where I got wrong. Honestly, Tracy McGrady might have been the GOAT, and that was from D'Angelo Russell, and somebody quoted D'Angelo Russell's tweet with the sleep emoji. I know who this is. This is Kobe Bryant, rest in peace to the Mamba. I've seen this tweet resurface a decent amount since the passing of Kobe, and especially recently in All-Star Weekend, Tracy McGrady went head-to-head with Allen Iverson in the highlight versus. Somebody brought this tweet back to the timeline. That's Kobe. Rest in peace to Kobe, man. You already know. I just tweeted LeBron James, LOL. I don't care if he says anything. I wouldn't respond to me either. I still tweeted LeBron, ha. Jason Tatum also has some tweets tweeting at LeBron James. Because I think he's related to Larry Hughes, and he was tweeting at LeBron saying, hey, this is Larry Hughes' nephew or cousin or whatever. I'm going to go with Jason Tatum. This is a tweet from Jason Damian Lillard. In my mind, if we already talked about a player, I just assume that they won't be there again, but Josh continues to do this. It's Dame. I guess Dame has a bunch of tweets from the year before he was drafted where he was just talking a lot, and apparently he tweeted at LeBron. The only way San Antonio or Miami don't win the championship is if neither teams make the final. Let me reread that because obviously I'm bugging. And they tweeted this from Buffer. What is Buffer? Usually it says like Twitter from iPhone, Twitter from Android. No, they say like Twitter app or something like that. Buffer? I literally have never heard of Buffer. The only way San Antonio or Miami don't win the championship is if neither teams make the finals. I read this and immediately I thought, well, duh, right? You know what I'm saying? Of course, duh. And anytime in NBA lore, there's a tweet out there that makes you say duh, it's Magic Johnson. The bro be having the most simplest tweets of all time. And I don't know if it's him or an assistant or somebody that handles his social media, but it's always like duh, bro. What is Buffer? We will never find out. I'm watching the History Channel in the club, and I'm wondering how do these people know what's going on the sun? Ain't nobody ever been. Okay. This conspiracy theory, it's not even really a conspiracy theory. I think Kyrie Irving, you know what I'm saying? Kyrie Irving, the type of deep thinker or whatever you want to call him, where he'll be thinking about something like this, where he can't take the History Channel at face value, which makes sense. I mean, you shouldn't just listen to people just because. But bro was in the club? I've been to the club one time, and that was just like last week. I was out with like a bunch of their RDC, MMG, like just a bunch of people, Cash, and we were out at the club, and it was so very loud. I don't even know how it would be possible for you to be watching the History Channel while in there. I'm going Kyrie Irving. And 2010, does that change my answer? No, I'm going Kyrie Irving. Kevin Durant. Yeah, okay. And he tweeted it at close to midnight, so he might have legitimately been at the club. You know how people be tweeting stuff that don't necessarily be true just because they want to seem cool? I think KD might have actually just been in the club. It's like, I'm bored. Let me go to the History Channel. Wow. He's so quirky. Just had off-season drug testing. Told the guy, did you see me move last year? I know this tweet. This is a great tweet, an all-time tweet. If I was on something, I need to change the product ASAP. This is Dirk. He was super old. We talking 2018. He got drug tested. And I mean, like he said, if he was on some drugs, then he needs to switch it up because those drugs was not making him move any faster. Good luck in the lottery show this year. That's from Chandler Parsons. And one of the greatest comebacks and an NBA player on NBA player tweets is from CJ McCollum. This was just a few seasons ago. We hit the lottery by not signing you. CJ going for the jugular. This is the NBA PH president right now. You know what I'm saying? On his resume, dunked on Chandler Parsons, but I don't mean on the court. This is an all-time great tweet. CJ McCollum, great. Scarlett Johansson, I will drink your bathwater. #random. Over 100,000 likes on this tweet. You know who this is. Everybody knows that this is Kevin Durant. Just saying what we all thinking. Just saying what we all thinking. Let's keep it a buck. I know I fumbled a bunch of them, like the LeBron James, Tom and Jerry one. That's a L. But regardless, I always have a lot of fun doing something like this. So if you did too, leave it a like. Let me know in the comment section how many you got right as well. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.